Okay, so in this video we're going to go through a quick observation of the lumbar spine. So if I get you around first of all facing this way. So the sorts of things we'll be looking for with that lumbar spine, we'll be looking for position for a start, so looking at ASIS, so we'll look at that in a second just because that's better to look for from the side. But we're looking at muscle bulk, so looking at multifidus, looking at muscle spasm, so often you might see one side hypertonic. Looking at just general levels, so to see if there's any side bend, for example. Obviously looking higher up the spine as well to see if there's any rotations and things of that sort. Seeing if there's any creases, bilateral on the same side, or if there's unilateral, then that again would suggest some sort of side bend potentially that's going on. Looking for, again, things like colour changes, bruising, redness, that sort of stuff around there as well. From the side that we talked about, again we're looking for PSIS to ASIS, so looking to see whether there was that hyperlordotic curve of the lumbar spine, or whether there's quite a flat lumbar spine. Come back around to the front again. And then we'd be looking for things like weight bearing as well, we're talking about again. So if Karina looked to be weight bearing more on one side and more on the other side, again was suggestive of trying a protective type mechanism of trying to take that weight off that side. Again, we would look at a general positioning through the upper spine as well, and looking just generally through there in terms of muscle bulk and all the things that we've discussed before on the previous sections in observation. And that's generally what I would look for. I don't know if you'd add anything to that, Glenn, or anything you'd...
Yeah, it's exactly the same really. Again, going back to one of our previous videos on overall examination, I like this side view with the plumb line.
Yeah.
Just seeing does the line fit through the shoulder joint and the great trochanter, that kind of region through the hip, and does it line up with the ankle? Gives you a good idea if they're anterior or posterior of that line, generally speaking, can give you an idea of where the forces may be resting when they're stood still.
Yeah, perfect. So that's just your general quick observation of the lumbar spine.